Good evening and welcome back to Garage Motions here on Twitch. It is round number 3 of the GT Club Renault RS01 Cup, and we're at Sepang. It was meant to be a little track called Lebanon, but it was decided by GT Club that the track was unsuitable for the cars. So here we are. We've gone outside of France and we're in Malaysia. So, well, I don't really know where else to go with that. We're at the Sepang GP circuit, of course, a track we should know and love. MotoGP and Formula 1 racing here a lot. Also, shout out to Galvo288 for the follow, and that was just because we talk about Formula 1 a little bit here. But we also more talk about Japanese Super GT because we love that stuff here. On that note, a huge shout out to the engineers and mechanics at the Nissan factory for building such a strong car that helped save Takeboshi's life with a frightening crash at about 300 kilometers per hour down the main straight at Fuji Speedway. I only just saw the accident today and I was absolutely horrified, but absolutely relieved to see that Takeboshi has walked away from the car under his own steam and was cleared by medical at both the track and the hospital. So, yeah, well done Nissan. You built a super strong car and Super GT with their strict regulations. That was, yeah, horrifying crash, but I'm glad to see that all drivers were okay with that. Anyway, we should probably talk about Pixel Racing, which is much more safer. Currently looking at Dravelmere. This guy's been quick. He's quick in just about everything, and he's looking to be about the same in the Renaults, but he's got a little bit of a way to go to catch this man here, Matt Double, in the number 42 of Victor Lawn Mowing Renault. So he tips up towards where are we? We're in this little back section. I quite like this part of the track. It's awesome. Nice long flowing corners. Sepang, brilliant track, noted for its high temperatures, although tonight's temperatures virtually not that hot. 25 degrees air temperature, 35 degrees track temperature, as Matt gets a little bit sideways. Managed to gather it up though. These cars do like to snap a little bit, being the mid-engined cars. Anyway, got a little bit of a northeast wind of about 3 kilometers per hour. Don't know how that's going to affect the cars because I have no idea the orientation of this circuit. But yeah, Matt Double, nice little slide again as he heads through this final sector. He's done 2-minute 492. I think that's a little bit more in this car if you ask me. And he's just ahead of Harley Marshall in second. Joining the series for the second time. Unfortunately, we missed round 1 because we were away doing something else. It's Corey Williams. You haven't seen this guy just yet, but I love this livery. Really, really cool. Still trying to get better. Gotta love it. Let's see if there's any other Easter eggs. Bit of a tradition here. If you're just joining us for the first time, we like to try and find little Easter eggs that people hide on their livery. Does it look like he's hidden much else on there? He has put our logo on there, so that's good. Thanks, Corey. Jump on board to see if he's got anything hidden inside the car. No. That's a shame. Anyway, we should have a look at what time Corey can get down to. 2:02.436. That's a good improvement for him. And he might be able to go a little bit quicker. Of course, this series locked setup. Can't really do much with the cars, but just drive better. Just drive faster. I mean, that's all you need to know if you want to go racing. Just drive faster than everyone else. It's just natural, right there. While we're also waiting for this the session to end, huge announcement from GT Club. Won't believe this. As soon as I get this to, there we go. Have a look at this. Indycar Championship, that is starting at the conclusion of the Renault RS01 Cup. So even more reason to jump in to the GT Club Discord. Speaking of which, have at it. There's the link. Join. Get involved. Race this. Race Indycars. Race Renaults. Race whatever. It's awesome. Can't wait to see these cars hooning around. Anyway, let's bring back our track stuff. There we go. And in fact, we're just going to go full screen so you can actually see what is going on a little bit better. So Corey Williams, still focusing on him. We are expecting a little bit more than what we had last week at Magny-Cours. Hopefully we end up with about 6 or 7 tonight, but we'll see what happens. Also, while we are waiting, we should actually send a little bit of a invite to anyone who loves Super GT and they want to have a crack at racing Super GT themselves. You can join our Discord. And then you can sign up to our own Super GT League, which we will hopefully be firing up next month. We'll try and get a bit of a ride-along lap of this circuit. And while we're waiting, Galvo, I think you'll have to wait till next week, because the admins are pretty well all on track at the moment. Currently watching one of them, Dravelmere. So, may have to wait till next week. But in the meantime, sign up to Indycars, because Indycars looks cool. Get behind your wheel. I would recommend it because it is a Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa is a lot easier on a steering wheel, I can tell you right now. Also, a bit of a shout out to Mikkel Azkona for jumping into our Discord. And we'll jump over to GT Club and have a look at their new members of late. Oh boy. So, Naptic, Flubber Delaney, Omok Guy, Scooterlau, and Galvo. Welcome to GT Club Discord. Get involved. Get into the IndyCars. They also have the WEC series as well. Where are they up to with that? I believe the next round is Monza on the 28th of May. That's going to be fun. Not. Dislike Monza with a passion, as always. Christopher Razor, first time we've seen him in the series. But not the first time we've seen him on the channel. It's actually been a long time since we've seen this guy. But great to see him out on track again and having a bit of a crack at the Renault RS01s. So, I assume, Galvo, what you're asking is if I never need to quit. Never need to quit? What do I do? What? What? Anyway, we'll wait for Galvo to get back to me on that one. So, last poll that we had was, who's your pick for Formula 1 this weekend? Everyone going for Leclerc. Okay. Interesting stuff there. If I ever have to leave the series, how would I do that? Just get in contact with the admins. Get in contact with Drav. Leave a message in the general chat. They can sort you out. Don't you worry. Very good group of guys. get a prediction happening for qualifying as well. What does everyone think for qualifying? Are we going to see a sub 201? Oh, we can have a third option. We can have 3 options here. Wow, what? Huh. I can make 3 options for you. We're not going to do that. So we're just going to go with the 2 options. Are we going to see a sub 2 minute, or are we going to be over 2 minutes for qualifying with the pole time? Get your answers in. Well, here we go. We got people already getting in on it. See that I'm fueling your addiction. Of course, you're just gambling with your channel points, and they do things. Not a lot of things, but they do things. Aussie Motorsport League, hello. How you going? So, just waiting for the end of practice. 3 minutes to go. Matt Double in a pretty good position here. 2 minute 4:92. No one's really getting close to that. Not even Matt Double's getting close to that. You know, the Delta. Oh, the Delta improving. He may go quicker. See if he can get the drive out of this little double right hander that tightens up, and then we'll probably jump on board. In fact, let's jump on board with him now. Hopefully he stays on board. Oh, I see someone actually about to start a lap. That's Dravomir. That's good enough for me. As he exits the final corner, got to get a good, clean drive out of that final corner. Maybe you go for a double apex. You've got to set yourself up for this long run down this front straight. Hitting a top speed in the Renaults of just over 260, nearly 270. You've got to get back down to second gear. And cornered as well. These cars will rotate if you're just a little bit too aggressive on the brakes. Short little squirt before that tight left-hander that's a little bit drops down, a bit like the Dipper almost in a way. And we've got this long right-hander that again flat out hitting 230, 240, nearly 250 again. Back on the brakes, second gear. Monster the curb, use all the space. Hard on the throttle and then head into these long sweepers. It's part of the circuit that I quite enjoy. Get into these sort of this mix of tight corners and open sweepers. Now this double right-hander, very tricky to get right. Got to try and get the power down nicely. Of course, we have seen drivers in Formula One end up on the back wheel. Of course, who was it? Who was it in the Renault all those years ago that went a little bit Dukes of Hazzard and broke the steering rack? Can't remember his name. Let me know in chat. As we start the third and final sector, just a few of these rather awkward sweepers. They very fast to enter, but then they tighten up suddenly. So you're on full throttle, still turn the car, and then you got to try and slow the car down, which has not worked well for Drav. And that is the end of that lap. So instead, we're just gonna go for a little fly. Let me just get my drone. Whoa, through the grandstand. We'll go here. This is where Drav got it all wrong. So get a good look at this, the profile of this sweeper, as we see Harley Marshall tackling it. Gets that reasonably well. Probably could have apexed that a little bit later. But ideally, if you look at the race line, you're about mid-track, so you don't really want to be on this curb on the inside. I like to try and sweep it out and lightly brake, maybe a little bit early, but then try and get the car rotated nice and aggressively, so that you that's basically your line of sight on the exit of this corner. You get the power down nice and early. Run out wide, don't need to use too much of the exit curb, and power down to the final corner, which imagine we will see quite a few creative lines here. We'll see double apex, we'll see fairly reasonably wide line there for Christopher Razor. So he's about to cross the line to set his first time, and he will actually go third. fast. Oh no, he's already set a time. Never mind. Hey, my mate Dill. He's here. He really is my mate. How you going, Dill? So that is the end of practice. Get ready for qualifying in a few seconds. Let's just run through the final results of practice. So Matt Double on top ahead of Dravelmere. Dravelmere actually got down to a 2:07. That is that's pretty impressive for Drav. I expect him to be a little bit quicker by the time we get into the racing. Harley Marshall third, Corey Williams fourth, Christopher Razor fifth fastest, only setting one lap apparently. And we saw Specky K jump into the server, and that's about it for now. So let's head back to pre-race show, and we'll get set to start qualifying very, very soon as the server pops up. In the meantime, let's go through what we've got coming up for you this weekend. It is the next round of the AK Racing V8 Supercar Series, so make sure you hit the follow button and the notification bell so you know that when we go live for this event. We are racing at Winton Motor Raceway, that awesome circuit down in Victoria. I haven't been there myself, but it looks like fun. Looks like a fun track. Real life and the sim, of course. And then, well, on Tuesday night, we'll be back with Shakedown Sim Racing at Suzuka, round 6, ACC, GT3 and GT4. Our mate Dill racing in that one, having a pretty good run at Hungaroring, if I remember correctly. I don't remember correctly. I'm having such a... I do too many streams now. I can't remember every single race. I'm still a little bit fried and frazzled from work. So unfortunately, doing the streaming stuff doesn't quite pay my bills. Hint, hint. Tips. No, just kidding. Don't have to tip me. Don't have to tip me. I enjoy this. This is fun. And of course, next Friday, we'll be back for the next round of RS01 Cup. Let's have a look at the 4th round. That is a track called Goriathun. I'm assuming that is not a track for, you know, Greta Thunberg. God, I hope not. It'll look like a potato. I'm a bit of a dick sometimes. Also, a bit of a reminder, if you missed it a little bit earlier, GT Club is doing this. Indycars, get in on this. Looks like awesome stuff. Yeah, sign up. Missed the GT Club Discord link. There it is right there. Sign up. Get involved. Anyway, we have got a qualifying session to get into. Oh, hello. Okay, so Matt Double is the first car on track. So he tips it through that hairpin. Still trying to get the tyres up to temperature, I imagine. Let's give you a full view of the circuit. Remember our outcome, our prediction. Oh, here we go. So we got Ruka. He reckons it's not going to be under 2 minutes. And we got Meatbag, who reckons it will be a sub 2 minutes. So, will I take points away from Ruka, or will I give him some points? Please, please, for the love of God, someone in GT Club, do a sub 2 minute. Anyway. If I'm on camera. That's the camera I want. Okay. So Matt Double will start his first flying lap. Right on board with Matt Double actually as he heads into turn number 1. What speed is the Victor Renault getting up to? Just under 270 again. Ooh, big snap on the brakes as he went back down to his first gear. Bounces it off the rev limiter. That is risky with the Renault. That is very risky with Renaults. We all know that their engines are made of cheese. little bit fragile. We might put the rod straight through that, that's how they actually make Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese is actually Renault engines. Anyway, don't know how that works, but let's just pretend it works. This is looking like a very smooth lap so far for Matt Double, apart from turn 1. Also, quite important just to get a banker in nice and early. Nice double apex, runs too wide, and he is taking the Mark Webber line by the looks of things. So, it was Petrov, Vitaly Petrov, who did the big wheelie and then broke the steering rack. That's right, Vitaly Petrov. Anyone know what happened to him? Double. Actually get some sector times up. I'm not going to get accurate sectors just yet. I'm willing to bet that Matt Double has exceeded track limits though, with that double right going stupidly wide. It was almost so wide that he needed his track pass to get back in onto the circuit. Here we go, he squares up the final corner, gets good drive. That is a beautiful line from Matt Double. Now, had he not exceeded track limits, that would have been a 2:03. But instead, we're going to get our first flying lap, our first legal lap from Christopher Razor, who stops the clock with a 2:07, immediately eclipsed by Harley Marshall with a 2:08. Specky K is about to cross the line as well. This is Kim Weckert, actually. So, good to see Kim running around in these cars. We saw him in the TA2s and he loved them. Good to see him having a crack in something a little bit different, let's just say. Geez, Matt Double already 3/10 up. Purple first sector for Matt Double. Purple first sector for Harley Marshall as well. Personal best for Christopher Razor. Not seeing any other times. We'll check in on Dravelmere. He's about to... Is he starting a lap or is he finishing his first lap? He's gone for a very late apex, so I would say this is a start of a lap. Indeed it is. Oh no, it was a lap. There you go. 2:47. That is very much not representative of his true pace. So we'll double check how Matt Double is going. As we'll see Matt Double, I believe, on Sunday night with the AK Racing V8 Supercars. In fact, he is 8/10 up. The way this is going, he may get into the 2 minutes on his second flying lap. One corner to go. See what pace Matt Double is truly capable of. It's a big slide. He's actually treating this RS01 like a bit of a rally car. Gets it rotated beautifully around the final corner. Didn't look tidy, but he's done a 1:59.944. Let's give some points to Meatbag. And the best part is it's Ruka's points. So, wait and see if anyone can match that. Weckert goes into third place with a 2:02.2. See where Corey Williams and Dravelmere are. Oh well, Dravelmere is about to complete his first flying lap. We'll see where he ends up. So that wide sweeping line with a late apex, gets beautiful drive onto the front straight. He crossed the line, 2:07. That puts him in second. He's got a long way to go to catch Matt Double, 8/10 to be exact. Keep an eye on those sector times. Marshall goes back into pit lane. He's grabbed a brand new set of boots and he'll head back out on track and join Kim Weckert. He's on a fly up. Done a personal best, down by 1/10 on Matt Double though. Not quite the smoothest line through that back section. Hard on the brakes, tips it in. Corey Williams does a personal best of 2 minute 2.6. Oh, big slide from the Renault. Now they're all Renaults, from the Elf Renault. And he has lost a whole chunk of time. Still on for a personal best though. I'll see if he can get the drive onto this second last straight. He could have gotten that exit a little bit better, but we'll see what the final lap time is. Druvemir actually getting pretty close to setting a 59 as well. Looking at that sector time, he's up, well, down by a 10th, but it's personal best. And Weckert will go up into fourth at 2:02.2. So not a bad lap time there for Kim. So let's check in on Druvemir. He's looking pretty good at the moment. Second times are quite smart. Down through the gears. Nice line. It gets the power down beautifully. So Druvemir very experienced with mid-engine cars. We've seen him racing Audis. We've seen him racing all sorts of mid-engine cars. And it shows a 59.7 for Druvemir. That is pretty darn quick. So he's made all that up in the final sector. In fact, looking at the Delta, he looks as if he's going to go faster again. Christopher Razor's on for a personal best. He's 0.6 down, but this will be an improvement nonetheless for him. Now, if this is your first time with our broadcast, a little bit of a guide for you. Green box means personal best. Purple, obviously, best for the session, and yellow box means no improvement whatsoever. Razor running a little bit wide there. He's going to get this Renault rotated. Now gets the power down. Excellent drive actually for Razor. See how he gets the final corner. Takes a bit of an off the apex line. See how that hurts him in the final time. It might be not quite an improvement, down on 10th on his own lap time, so he's lost time somewhere. Corey Williams also on for a personal best as Weckert goes at 2 minute 2:053, keeps him in fourth. Check some of the gaps for you. So the mid pack is looking quite tight. The front two are also very close together. Marshall that there in a bit of no man's land there a little bit. See if Williams can get down into the 2:01s with this lap. A little bit of wheel spin. Cost him a little bit of pace down this second last straight. Doesn't quite get the best run out of the final, but it still should be a rather respectable time. In fact, it is. Gets him up to, well, keeps him in fifth. He's just a whisker off of Weckert's time, and in fact, he's going to bail out of it. And that'll be the end of the session, really, for Williams. Unless he can get around for one more lap. He might be able to get around for one more lap. Druvemir is going even faster. Purple sector 1. Loves his mid-engine cars. They just seem to suit his driving style a lot. See through the hairpin. Just hear the traction control working hard to keep the power down. He's actually gone a 10th faster in the second sector. So Druvemir is already 2/10 up on his own lap time. We're looking at the delta down the bottom right-hand corner as well. That's keeping us up to date with where he will be going. Chris Fraser, 2:01.8. That puts him into 4th. So the gap getting tighter in the midfield. In fact, Dravomir almost 3/10 up on his own lap time. This is going to be a difficult lap to beat. Doesn't quite get the final corner right. Still going to be 2/10 faster. Staring at a 1:59.540. That is the gauntlet thrown down for the rest of the field. No one really able to touch that. I'm seeing yellow all up and down our timing tree. Dravomir absolutely loving these Renaults. So I'm having an interesting round at Magny-Cours. Had quite a decent round at Magny-Cours actually. 3 different winners. 3 very different races, that's for sure. Now we see Specky K going improvement. That's not going to help. And that will be the end of his session. Matt Double just sweeping around Weckert. Checkered flag is now out for our drivers. Corey Williams has ended his session. See if Matt Double can improve. He will not improve at 2:02.2. Harley Marshall is actually improving. He lost a little bit of time in Sector 2. He's still on for a personal best though. See if he can get into the into the 59s. Down by 7/10. Flies down to the final corner. Get on the brakes as late as he dares. Hugs that inside curb nicely. That'll help. Let's see what he stops the clock at. Takes the short run, he's unable to improve, so that is that for qualifying. Run through the results from qualifying. So Dravomir, a 1:59.5. That is a gauntlet thrown down to the rest of the field. A little bit ominous for everyone else as well. Usually when Dravomir is that quick in qualifying, he is tough to beat in the race. Matt Double off of second with a 59.9, the only other driver in the 59s. Harley Marshall, 2:08. Then Chris Fraser in 4th with a 2:01, 2:01.8. And we go back to Weckert with a 2:02.053, and then Corey Williams a 2:02.1. So small field, but it should be quite a competitive night. While we're waiting for the next server to jump up, don't forget to join the Go Race Discord because we've got a few things coming up, including Super GT. I'll be starting next week, and we're also doing a few little casual events on a set of Corsa Competizione, Automobilista 2, and Wreckfest as well. So make sure you join our server and get involved in that. And definitely get involved in Super GT. That's going to be a lot of fun once that gets up and running. We've got GT500 and GT3. It's bit of a personal love for me, Super GT. If you missed Super GT during the week, and we're obviously racing at Fuji, I don't know how many of you actually saw that terrifying accident for Takaboshi. It geez, that's still shaking me. I only saw it a little bit before this stream started, so yeah, a little bit shaken by that. But thankfully, we've received word that Takaboshi is perfectly okay. He was discharged from hospital. Miraculously, I don't know how. There was a 300k impact with the guardrail, and he's walked away scot-free. You'd want to walk down and get yourself a lottery ticket, wouldn't you? I've totally forgotten to start a new prediction. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? Let's get that prediction happening. 2 minutes. What do you reckon? GT Club, clean turn 1 at Sepang. No one really that game to put in a bet. Ready to go full screen with the track as we're just joining the server. All right. Set ourselves up with our drone camera. There is our field. 6 tonight. Bit depleted, but nonetheless, we've got some very, very quick drivers out there tonight. Let's go full screen and show this field in all their glory. Of course, Travelmere with the Jim's track limits. Well, Jim's going to send it. Bit of a split livery here. Jim's track limits here. Jim's going to send it on the other side. And then just underneath the wing. Love that. If you can read this, then you're in his slipstream. Don't think many people are going to be able to read that tonight, that's for sure. Of course, we've got Matt Double here in the Victor Renault. Starting off of second, Harley Marshall in the 05 Renault. Christopher Razor in the number 2 ART GP liveried Renault. The Elf livery of Kim Weckert, and then the still trying to get better of Corey Williams. Let's have a bit of a closer look at this car. There's got to be something. Got to be something. Oh, hang on. Think. I don't know what that says. I can't read it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I can't read that. Well, anyway, let's get set for a start. Here we go, so the lights are on. We are set for a start to round number 3 of the GT Club RS01 Cup from Sepang. We've got 6 lights on, 6 lights out. We're away and racing. Great start from Travelmere. Terrible start from Harley Marshall. He gets swamped by the field. He's going to drop down to the back of the field as we make the long run into turn number 1. Let's quickly get our drone camera to turn number 1. Bat Double and Travelmere going for the whole shot into turn 1. Kim Wecker with a great start. He's up into 3rd and he's challenging Travelmere already. He's going to have to try and fight around the outside of Razor as we head through turn number 2, and Weckert will hold on to that position. But out in front, it is Travelmere with the Jim's Track Limits Renault that has taken the whole shot. We've got a battle a little bit further back. Marshall trying to go 3 wide into turn number 4. Can't quite get it done. He wisely pulls out of it. Corey Williams in there as well. So the battle for 3rd is on. Weckert up the inside of Razor. Gets the move done. Now Weckert will try and chase down the back of the double Travelmere battle just up ahead. Obviously Marshall looking for the inside. He's got the overlap and he gets a little bit of a love tap to Razor. Razor just probably just arguing that for a little bit too long, but Marshall on the fight back. So he's on the limit of braking there. The ABS working overtime to prevent him from going into the back of Weckert as they make their way up the hill and into the first of these long sweepers that just tighten suddenly. Very easy for these two corners to catch drivers out. Oh, Weckert wide, he's very wide. He's actually going to run off the track and find the gravel trap. He'll have drawn in behind Christopher Razor, just ahead of Corey Williams as well. So Williams hanging in there. And out in front, we got a battle here. Here comes Double with a big dive bomb into the final corner. He gets it rotated and he's temporarily in front. It's going to be a drag race down towards the first corner. This is exactly what the drivers behind want to see. They want to see these guys battling and holding each other up. Dravomir going defensive on the run down into turn number 1. Double will try and send it around the outside. He'll try the trailer park girl strategy. He's going to go drifting instead. Oh, he thought about the dive bomb into turn number 2. He's pulled out of it. A little bit silly though. He didn't need to do that. It's cost him momentum down this little short chute towards turn 4. Just behind Harley, Marshall is just holding station at the moment. Just waiting to see what happens between our lead duo. We've got a decent battle here. Razor holding off on Weckert. Weckert driving it hard in. It's going to be slow out, unfortunately. Corey Williams not out of it just yet either. Double's made a mistake somewhere because the gap is now over 1.3 seconds. Continue to watch this battle between Christopher Razor and Weckert. It's the battle for 4th. Christopher Razor actually closing in a little bit on Marshall. Marshall simultaneously closing in on Double, so we may have a 4-way battle for 2nd place for too long. Tick off another lap. Dravomir will be. Dravomir is absolutely flying at the moment. 1.5 seconds the gap. He stops the clock. Fast lap 2 minute 8. No one else really coming close to that. We're in this danger zone for Dravomir. He's one of those drivers that if you want a chance to beat him, you've sort of got to beat him up a little bit. Cannot afford to let Dravomir get into a rhythm. Because once he does, he just drives away. It's a little bit wide. Don't know if that'll be a track cut. The gap has come. It's sort of holding steady at the moment between Dravomir and Double. Because these are 20-minute sprint races, so there are no pit stops. It's just straight up fighting between our drivers. Now down to 1.3. I saw Double actually just in the background. He just seemed to get the line a little bit finer through that double right. He does seem to be dragging Marshall, Razor and Weckert along with him. Just see the 3rd, 4th and 5th just in the background there in our shot. Head into the 2nd last corner. Unfortunately, just not getting the drive down this back straight. Really needs that slipstream from Dravomir. another fast lap from Dravelmere. Only a whisker faster than Matt Double though, so that's promising. May have a race on our hands just yet. For the lead of this race, of course, race number 2 will be a reverse grid. So that will see Corey Williams starting off the grid, front row, next to Kim Weckert. If things stay as they are. Double getting dicing a little bit with track limits there. You've got to be careful. You'll get yourself a drive-through penalty if you keep abusing the track limits. Double makes a huge mistake. He's actually turned that in his favour though. Manages to get that late apex and good drive up to the third last corner. Right, I don't have any corner names for the circuit. Have some corner names. Okay, yeah, we do have corner names. So the Kuala Lumpur straight, it's what we're running down just this very minute, and we head into the Pankolo chicane. I think I pronounced that correctly. Maybe I've absolutely got that wrong. Continue watching, going through all the corner names as we watch this battle between Razor and Weckert. It's the battle for 4th. Closest cars on circuit at the moment as they make their way up to the Langkawi curve. Genting curve. I don't know that I'm pronouncing these correctly. I'm pretty sure it's Genting curve, and now to the clear curves. Weckert looking a little bit more confident in these cars. Runs a little bit wide on the exit, and we're into the Berjaya Tierman corner. Tierman. Kenya Lake corner. A lot of just corners in this circuit. Oh no, Weckert is got it wrong at the lake corner. And that takes the pressure right off of Razor. Now just get his head down and try and chase down Harley Marshall. Wide open. We've just gone past half race distance. That is your boy Dravelmere leading the way. Just getting that gap out to 3 seconds now. He's well and truly in his rhythm. Cannot really see that this is going to end any differently, unfortunately, barring a massive catastrophe for Dravelmere. Dravelmere is definitely well and truly in control of this race. We'll have a much more exciting race number 2 for you. With a reverse grid. say that we haven't got many battles, but Corey Williams is slowly closing in on the back of Weckert as we head up to the Lake corner. Drivers hanging it out a little bit wider. Some cut back. All depends on what the driver wants, whether they want that nice, good drive down the front straight, or if they just want to keep the mid-corner pace up. There's for Voodoo. Hello, mate. Welcome to the chat. How's your Friday evening going, V? How are we doing tonight? Didn't realise we were live. Well, oh mate, if you hit the notification bell, you know when we're going live. But, as for how I'm doing, I'm pretty well wrecked. Playing some F1, mate. Living the dream. Living the dream. Currently just watching some GT Club Renault RS01 Cup. And, just a reminder that if you want to get involved in this, join the GT Club Discord. Get involved. So they also have an upcoming IndyCar League at the conclusion of this series. And don't forget, of course, to get involved with our own Discord, because we've got some Automobilista 2 casual events, some Assetto Corsa Competizione casual events, Wreckfest, and of course our upcoming Super GT League. Really hoping that that will sort of take off. So far we have got 4 entries, 4 cars on the grid. 3 in GT500 and 3 in GT3 at the moment. But, yeah, definitely get involved in our Discords and take part in some racing. Sort of like our 6 gentlemen here tonight are in the RS01 Cup cars. At the moment it is the man himself, the myth, the legend, Dravelmir. Double running a little bit wide. He's pushing hard. He's got that gap down to 2 seconds. Running very, very wide. Oh, he is pushing hard. Double using every inch of the circuit, plus the grass. It's obviously working for him. He's got the gap to under 2 seconds a little bit. Might be just driving a little bit desperate though. Just again lights up the rear tyres. Double trying to set some qualifying times, but might just be overextending himself a little bit here. He's had a terrible run onto the back straight here. Gap now back up to 2.4 seconds. See Dravelmir going for that double apex, getting some clean drive onto the main straight. And Dravelmir sets a 2:06. What does a 2:08? And 2:08 for Harley Marshall as well. So top 3 doing similar pace at the moment. Corey Williams sets his personal best at 2:01.5. That's a pretty good performance for Corey Williams, given his qualifying was in the 2:02s. He's just hanging on to the back of Kim Weckert in the Elf Renault. We have got a battle as the clock ticks down to 3 minutes left. We will have a second and third race a little bit later after this race. We do have a race live here. Corey Williams. Mate, that was the camera I wanted. Through the clear curves. Second last time of asking. Leader. Drogomir is about to start his final lap, if I'm not mistaken, unless we have +1 lap after the clock runs out. He does a 59.4, so he's just responded a little bit there to Matt Double. He's got that gap back out to over 3 seconds again. Bet yourself that Drogomir will just be sitting at home, just nice and relaxed on the steering wheel. Probably barely even a sweat being raised. He's got this car behaving quite well for himself. Especially given this is a fixed setup series. Just turn up and race. The good old-fashioned send every Friday night. Nice up the hill one more time again. Double. He's ripped 7/10 out of Drogomir this lap. Drogomir's actually is losing time on his own personal best from the previous lap. 1:59.4, that is qualifying pace. That's about as fast as he went during qualifying. As the clock ticks down. We'll say that we'll have one more lap after completion of this one. Nope, we are going to finish the race this time round, so Drogomir rounds the final corner. He is happy. He's celebrating nice and early. And Drogomir will take first blood tonight ahead of Matt Double. Harley Marshall will come home for another podium. A decent effort for Harley. Bit of a lonely race. Christopher Razor, great job from him to come home in 4th place. He had a decent battle with Kim Weckert and Corey Williams at the start of this race. Oh, okay, and we have a post-race bidding. Weckert comes home in 5th, just ahead of Corey Williams. So that is race 1 tonight done and dusted. So we're going to quickly jump out of the server while we wait for the race 2 server to go up. And while we're waiting for that, let's run through what we got coming up on the channel this weekend. So V8 Supercars with AK Racing. That's on Winton Motor Raceway this weekend. 2 races of 42 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a quick double check of that. As soon as I find it, there it is. Yep, 42 laps, mandatory pit stop, and a reverse top 10 for race number 2. So, yep, that's going to be quite exciting. Then we'll be back on Tuesday night at Suzuka with Shakedown Sim Racing. So, of course, the admin of Shakedown in chat at the moment, V's for Voodoo. Shout out to him. So, very excited for Suzuka, actually. I quite enjoy Suzuka. Great track. And then, of course, we'll be back live for GT Club with the Renault RS01 Cup next Friday. But as I've detailed a little bit earlier in the stream, at the conclusion of the RS01 Cup, GT Club will have the Indycar Championship starting. And you can get involved by joining their Discord and signing up. Not mistaken. Oh, double check how you sign up. Yep, so you go into IndyCar Series info. At the very top, there is a link. That's how you sign up. So get involved. And also, don't forget to check out our Super GT Championship on our own Discord. That is going to be a lot of fun. Do we have any other Super GT fans out there? Am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one. Missing so much if you haven't got into Super GT. I'm the only one? Yeah. No regrets. No regrets. Okay, so we have got a server. That was quick. GT Club getting through it nice and quickly tonight. That's what we want to see. So let's run through the starting grid for race number 2. We have Corey Williams and Specky K off the front row. Christopher Razor and Harley Marshall off of row 2. And then we have Matt Double and Dravelmere off the final row of the grid. Let's get ourselves into position here, and then we'll start a new prediction. So, are we going to have a clean turn 1? I'll give you 2 minutes to pick. Make your pick. Of course, with our own Discord, we have got some Automobilista 2 casual events. We've got a Set a Corsa Competizione casual events and Wreckfest casual events. So it's not just a Set a Corsa stuff. We do a lot of different things. So yeah, make sure you get involved with us, have a bit of fun with us, join the banter, enjoy the chaos that is Super GT. Let's give you a full size view of the circuit. So 30 seconds to go and 20 seconds to get your predictions in. Are we going to have a clean turn 1, Or are we just going to have everyone just getting sent into the Shadow Realm and finding the barrier? We're about to find out in about 10 seconds time as the lights begin to go up. As we have got 6 lights on. 6 lights out, we are away and racing. Wecko misses the start slightly. He's going to get jumped by Christopher Razor. Good start from Matt Double at the back of the field. And it looks like a very clean getaway for Corey Williams. As we make our way into turn 1, we're going 3 wide and oh no! Wecko around! He's been turned into Williams. Razor involved there. And we have not had a clean turn 1, and we don't say that very often with GT Club. Someone just picked up a heap of points there. But Matt Double has gotten the whole shot. He picked his way through the accident quite cleanly. Oh, Ruka got the 430. Oh my god. Well, you made a clean profit there, Rook. You lost 30 points and now you picked up 430. Life is good for you. Win some, lose some. But we have got a race on our hands here. Matt Double is leading the way ahead of Marshall and Williams. Williams doing a good job. He's managed to clean himself up and recover to hold on to 3rd place. Sort of always going to go that way once we had 3 wide going into turn 1. Yeah, almost in 4K. Yeah, well, little wins, little wins. Oh, Razor's around. So this race is not going to plan for Christopher Razor. And front Double is just starting to stretch that gap a little bit. It's 1.2 seconds now, the gap. Expect to be over 1.3 by the time they get to the end of the main straight. Rugby is starting to make a bit of inroads on Corey Williams now. Oh, that is pretty tight there. Driver almost running into the back of Williams. Over the back of Corey Williams as we head through the back sweepers on towards the clear curves. Pressure is mounting on Williams. Get to the apex for first corner, gets a nice exit. Dravmir nice and close. Will he go for the dive bomb? He doesn't. And yes, it's not quite that good. Traction control not that great for Drav either. It's a little bit compromised on his run up towards the lake corner. Oh, big foot full of wheel spin for Williams. This might provide an opening for Dravmir. Williams runs a little bit deep. They'll give an opportunity. They'll give a sniff to Dravmir. You don't give even half a door to Drav because he will just pounce. And Williams will just have to slide into the slipstream of Dravmir. Can he perhaps go for the dive bomb into the final corner? He's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about it. But he pulls out of it. And Dravmir will claim 3rd place away from Corey Williams. It's fastest lap of the race to Matt Double, 2:03. To turn 1 we go. Next driver on Dravimir's hit list will be Marshall. Right now our our race leader Matt Double still pushing hard. Maybe just overdriving this car a little bit. Great drive out of the clear corners. Way up towards the Lake hairpin. 2 seconds the gap between himself and Harley Marshall. But Marshall now, he's going to come under a little bit of threat from the likes of Dravomir as make our way through the final apex of the Lake corner. So Dravomir's got that gap down to under a second now. So Dravomir is coming. Start playing the Jaws music in chat. I need to get a Jaws emote now. That's what I need. Oh, Corey Williams has binned it. He's done that. The first of those tricky, well, second of those tricky corners that very fast in entry, but then they just suddenly tighten up. That will promote Weckert up into 4th place, and not bad for the guy that was facing the wrong way at the start of the race. Dravomir is setting up 59.6. He is flying at the moment. We're going to look at the back of Harley Marshall's Renault. Just see those menacing eyes in the grille there for Dravomir. This is not something that you really want to see when you're out on track. Dravomir just closing in on the back of you bit by bit. Marshall under pressure, he makes a little mistake that will bring Drav a little bit closer again. Shows the nose. We'll run up towards the clear corners. Just that line, he definitely thought about sticking the nose in. Marshall now starting to go defensive. Pressure is on. Not even at half race distance, so it's going to be a big ask for Marshall to just stick to his line, stick to his pace. Hope that Double makes a mistake so he can get involved in the battle for the lead. See the differences in lines for the final corner. Dravomir running a lot deeper than Marshall. Gives Dravomir that nice drive for the final corner. Let's have a little bit of fun with this one. So Marshall's doing a pretty good job. Let you have a minute to think about it. Can Marshall hold on to 2nd place? We're getting up to half race distance, and he is absolutely bearing the blowtorch of Dravomir quite valiantly, really. He isn't losing time to Matt Double anymore. In fact, he's just ripped 3/10 out of Double going through the Lake corner. Oh, Dravomir thought about the send. He's had to pull out of it. Now Marshall's going defensive. Drummer with a big slide. That'll cost him. Cost him a lot of drive going down the back straight. Drummer looking for that late apex onto the main straight. Marshall setting his personal best. 2:09 in this race. Corey Williams and Weckert actually setting their personal best for this race as well, so they're still finding pace as well. We'll see if they can feature in the final race tonight. So we just go half race distance, 9 minutes left to run. The gap between Marshall and Double, 3 seconds, but the gap between Marshall and Drummer, about a cigarette paper. See that Drummer seems to be a little bit stronger in these tighter sort of corners. But Marshall is just able to pull away. His car's a lot more stable through the faster corners. Just showing the nose to Marshall, doing everything he can. He's reaching into his big bag of tricks. Try and force a mistake out of Marshall. And here he goes, he's got great drive out of the late corner. Just not enough space, he thinks about it again, but Marshall will go defensive. Marshall has been covering this line perfectly. Drummer getting that good drive onto this back straight. He'll tuck into the slipstream on the way towards the final corner. Gap now 4.2 seconds between Marshall and Double. So Drummer changing his lines up, trying to get a mistake, trying to find anything to pry open the door for second place. But this is a brilliant battle between Marshall and Dravelmere. Dravelmere will go to the outside. He'll try it. If he can hold around the outside, he's got the inside line for turn number 2. He's going to send it up the inside. Oh, a little bit of hip and shoulder there. But Harley Marshall will hold on once again. Brilliant exchange between these two. Respectful driving as well. We can see Travis, I think he's just starting to lose his patience a little bit. Being stuck behind this number 5 Renault. Big slide on the exit of the clear curve for Dravelmere. Now up towards the lake corner. See that Marshall just seems to get much better drive on the run up the hill. Track sacrifices on the exit. That just allows him to get the power down nicely. And look at the pace that Dravelmere has these faster corners. Oh, Marshall makes a little mistake, grabs a little bit too much curb. He's going to be vulnerable into the final corner. He'll have to go defensive early. Oh, he hasn't defended early enough. Dravelmere will have the inside run. It's side by side going into the braking zone. Marshall will go wide. He's going to try for the cutback. Oh, he's cut back too early. And he has to pull out of it, so Dravelmere, he finally gets his man. 6 seconds between himself and Matt Double, and only 5 minutes 40 on the clock. We're not going to choose an outcome just yet because obviously 5 minutes left. Anything can happen. Weckert getting into the 2-minute .8, so Weckert is starting to get to terms with these cars and this circuit. Now the question for Marshall, Can he match the pace of Dragomir and get dragged up to the back of Matt Double, our race leader? 6 seconds clear of these two. Through the clear curves. Marshall is just starting to lose touch with Dragomir. The gap goes up to 8/10. That starts to come down. It gets much cleaner runs off these tighter corners. Dragomir is definitely more aggressive on the entry to corners. Just see our race leader disappearing into the distance there, just out of shot. Spec just up ahead, that teal, light blue, cyan? I don't know. Light blue. There's Matt Double. There's a massive ask, even for Dragomir to try and close up. 5.7 seconds now. 2 minutes 6 for Matt Double. 2:02 for Dragomir. Dragomir is closing up 6/10 a lap. He's really relying on a mistake from Matt Double to get the win. Marshall now, he's faded to 2 seconds behind Dragomir. He's got the gap down to 5 seconds. This race might not, I don't know. Realistically, we are on the penultimate lap. I think Matt Double, race leader in the Victor Renault. He's finally managed to pull one over on, well, I'll say finally, but he's done it a few times with that Drav. Definitely got this race under control now. So he rounds onto the back straight for the second last time. Clock will tick down to 2 minutes left. Big slide there for Matt Double. Gets the power down. Fast lap of the race of 1:59.4 for Dragomir. He is back to doing qualifying times. Marshall sets his personal best at 2:03. Even he's starting to close in a little bit on Matt Double, but it is too little too late, I think, as we are on the final lap. Matt Double, your race leader, picked his way through the carnage of turn 1. Christopher Roser also setting his personal best, 2:01.267. So again, I think this final race will be a lot tighter than what we're seeing right now. I keep saying it's not really about pace, it's about making less mistakes than everyone else. For Harley Marshall, that was a Herculean effort to keep Dragomir behind him for as long as he did. towards the second last corner. Matt Double. Last time. Almost starts celebrating now. So Matt Double, great drive. Virtually flawless. We haven't seen much of him, and that's what you want to see. Nice quiet race for Matt Double, but a big win as he crossed the line to take the checkered flag first. He's 4 seconds clear of Dravelmere in second place, and Harley Marshall will come home in third, a well-deserved third. Definitely deserved second, but I think taking third, he'll be happy with that. Weckert comes home in fourth, a great recovery from Kim Weckert actually, as, ooh, people doing donuts on the main straight, and that's what happens. Shouldn't do that, but anyway, whatever. Corey Williams comes home in fifth, sorry, he'll be a little bit disappointed with that after leading for so long. And then Christopher Razor will come home to round out our field. Oh, that is a great braking performance from that Renault. So there you have it there. So 3.9 seconds the gap between Matt Double and Dravelmere. Great effort from him actually from Dravelmere to get that gap down from 5 seconds to just under 4. Harley Marshall dropped back about 4 seconds from Dravelmere. So the field really spread out rather quickly. But we have got one more race tonight. And, well, that is perfect. GT Club, straight after the RS01 series is done, they're going to jump straight into Indycars. So make sure you get onto the GT Club Discord and enter for that one. Also, don't forget, our Super GT League will be starting next month, and that goes along with some just some fun races in AMS2, ACC, and Wreckfest as well. So there is our Discord as well. Get involved. It's all good fun. So we should probably talk about what we've got coming up for the rest of the weekend. AK Racing Vet Supercars from Winton Motor Raceway. That is going to be fun. That is going to be an epic night of racing. And that is this Sunday night, starting at about 6:30. So make sure you hit the follow button and the notification bell so you know when we are live again. And then on Tuesday night, we'll be back with Shakedown Sim Racing on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And it is round 6 at Suzuka. GT3 and GT4, it has been an amazing series. So make sure you follow us for that one. Looking forward to that. Meanwhile, we're just going to wait for the next server to go live. It should be any minute now. We'll probably get a new prediction started for the next one. Clean turn 1, as always. Oh, we have got a server. That is good to see. All right, let's jump in and we'll get set to round out this night of racing with the last 20-minute race for the Renaults. Don't forget to, when you join the GT Club Discord, to get yourself warmed up for the IndyCars by joining this this series. There we go, we're into the server. That is the wrong series on that door. It is not Trans Am. Did not update my safety car. Trav, what are you doing? Put something else on the car next, you watch. Yeah, so we are just waiting on one more driver, and that is Christopher Razor, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully he joins in soon, but oh no, Christopher Razor is there. Who are we missing then? Oh, we're not missing anyone. Never mind. One job. Yep, one job. So this is the starting grid for the final race of the night. Christopher Razor starts off the front row. Next to him will be Corey Williams. Kim Weckert off of 3rd, Harley Marshall off of 4th. Then we have Druvmir and Matt Double off the back of the grid. Let's see if we can get through turn number 1 cleanly this time. Of course, we had that 3 wide shenanigans in race 2. And that was, you know, I forgot to give that a bin moment. I forgot to give that a bin. I'm going to give that 1 gold bin, though. 1 gold bin. That's all I can give. That's all I can give. Also, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel as well. We've got, of course, most of our streams up there, so you can catch up on what you've missed, and give yourself even more reason to hit the follow button. And hell, if you think we're doing a good enough job, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's bring up a full screen as we hit 40 seconds to go on the countdown. It's a great Zolder stream on YouTube. You're just not going to let that go, are you, Ruka? Not going to let that go. You know, there's actually a better video from a Wreckfest night that we did probably a few months ago. I seem to remember you sending me and Southie into a tyre barrier of some description. I can't remember. Anyway, well, let's get set to round out the final race of the night. As the lights begin to go on, we have got 6 lights on. 6 lights out, we are away and racing. Pretty tidy start from the entire field, although that is Marshall who gets another tardy start off the initial jump. He's going to get swamped by both Druvmir and Matt Double as the field fans out. We're almost 4 wide. Here comes Druvmir, sending it around the outside. No, he collects Corey Williams. Oh no! That was not a clean turn 1 at all, but Druvmir, ever the gentleman, he readdresses that quite quickly. But it is Christopher Razor out in front. He has got the whole shot. It was very, very aggressive from Druvmir, that's for sure. But Christopher Razor, your early race leader. Didn't have anyone bet on that anyway, so no points to anyone. Now Razor, he's under pressure. Weckert, he's closing in. He's bringing Double and Marshall with him. Druvmir trying to get onto the back of Williams. Well, he's already on the back of him. He's just got to try and get himself around the number 2. Sorry, the 84. Number is wrong on the tower. Tip in it towards the lake corner for the first time asking. We've got a 4-way battle for the lead. Matt Double is looking for a way through on Weckert. Double is a very aggressive driver in his own right. Doesn't mind having a bit of a send here and there. Moses right in. Marshall similarly closing in on the back of Double. Make their way onto the back straight. Druvmir still hasn't really gotten around Williams. And that's going to be an interesting battle as this race ticks on. It'll make it interesting to see how far Druvmir can get up the field. In fact, no. I've got a new prediction coming up for you. This is going to be interesting. I'm giving you 6 choices, 2 minutes. How far up the leaderboard can Druvmir get? He's already up to 5th. He's got 4.2 seconds to make up on the back of this field and 17 minutes to do it. Double runs a little bit wide. It's Marshall that we're focusing on, but it is Matt Double that we're now following. We go on board now with Double. Gets a great run out of the clear corners. In fact, he's forcing Weckert to go inside. Oh, Weckert clatters into the side of Razor. He may be forced to give that up. Razor not done. Double's got a front row seat for this battle. Oh, that was tight. We're going to go 3 wide. Oh, no. Marshall around the outside, almost into the dirt. And this is just helping Dravomir. That gap down to 3.2 seconds. Now again, Razor up the inside, double up the inside, and he clatters into Weckert. Weckert around, he recovers quickly. Dravomir now up into 4th place. Matt Double a little bit too aggressive. I will give that a solid 3 out of 5 bins for that effort. Didn't quite take out the entire top 4, but it has given a little bit of a breather for Christopher Razor. Got a good gap now, 1.8 seconds, almost 2 to Harley Marshall. Wonder how much damage is on Weckert's car. See a lot of scuff marks up the left-hand side, even on the back of the car too. Jeez. What have you been doing? Kim, what have you been doing? Up towards the late corner. Second time asking, sorry, third time asking really. Dravomir, he is in. He is in this battle now, less than a second between himself and Weckert. Rory Williams has dropped out of this battle, but unfortunate. I'd love to see all 6 drivers in this battle. Right on board now with Dravomir. See Weckert, he gets a great drive off that second last corner. May go for the dive bomb. He does go for the dive bomb. This is a good block pass. And he gets the move done. That is quite a tidy pass, but he can't get the drive. He has to slot in behind Marshall again. This is just helping Dravomir get involved as Dravomir sets the fast lap of the race at 2:0.85. Here comes Weckert again, up the inside, thinks about it. He goes for another block pass. Not far enough. Marshall will hang on to it. This is just inviting Dravomir to get involved. Dravomir just picking his moment by the looks of things. He's not in any way, shape or form panicked by any of this. Just keeping a watching brief as to what's going on between the 2 drivers in front of him. Driver most at risk is Weckert. He's trying to force the move on Marshall. He's got to keep in mind he's got Dravomir all over the back of him. That Double hasn't really made any progress on the back of this battling trio. Marshall goes defensive into the clear corners. Not really a passing opportunity, I don't think. Got to think about getting the run out towards the hairpin on the way up towards the lake. Look out the back of Marshall's car as Weckert gets a terrible exit. He's almost vulnerable to Dravomir. So they head through the lake corner. This is actually helping Matt Double as well. He's got that gap down to under 2 seconds. First time since the start of this race. Jump over to Weckert's car. Dragomir's got the slipstream now. Weckert will go defensive. He's going to force Dragomir to go the long way around. Dragomir says, don't mind if I do. He will get much better drive than Weckert, and he will get the move done. So the Trailer Park Girl strategy, it always works. It always works. So that is a brilliant move from Drav. He's now going to be vulnerable to Weckert into turn number 1. Here comes Weckert for the outside move. Dravomir just manages to get that car slowed down, and he will hold on to third for now. Next driver on his list will be Harley Marshall. The gap between Marshall and Razor, it's up to 1.5 seconds as we tick down to half race distance. Too aggressive there for Dravomir. That line he takes, it launches him out of the corner, but it just compromises his run through the change of direction around the lake corner. It's working for him, so obviously listen to him, don't listen to me. But I just feel like he just needs to get to the wheel tracks of Marshall a little bit more. Not really, as I say that, he starts closing in now on Weckert. Sets a 2-minute 1.4 compared to Specky K's 2-minute 1.9. So we just ticked past half race distance. About roughly 5 laps left to run. So the fight is well and truly on for Dravomir. Again, chat, join up to the GT Club Discord if you want to get involved in this, and of course their upcoming IndyCar series. Uphill one more time. 8.5 minutes left to run in this race. Gap has come down between Razor and Marshall. It's under 1 second since the start. First time since the start of this race, really. Marshall getting a little bit out of shape on the entry to the second last corner. That might give an opportunity for Dravomir. Manages to pull it back and actually get some good drive onto the back straight. But it is Christopher Razor who holds on for another lap. Everyone's setting their personal best on that previous lap. Long sweepers. Harley Marshall Marshall getting that gap down. It's under half a second now. He is in striking distance of Christopher Razor. Look at the back of Razor's car now. Marshall closes right up under the brakes. ABS working hard on Razor's car. Head up through the lake corner one more time. Marshall looking a little bit more relaxed now. Sort of got his head down and just started to ignore Dravomir lurking in the mirror. Oh, Razor wide, he ran in a little bit too deep. He'll be able to get good drive onto the back straight. This is just inviting a bit of a send for Marshall. Hi Tyler, how you going? Razor getting a little bit too excited on the throttle. He's under pressure now. The blowtorch is on him. Marshall will have a good run down the main straight and the slipstream. He'll look right and now left. He'll go around the outside if he has to. The Razor, he'll just keep it nice and tight. Oh no, there's a touch! Oh, Marshall! He just got up onto the curb trying to sneak up the inside and he's just touched the back of Christopher Razor and he has turned the number 2 around. And I think that is going to be a retirement for Christopher Razor. Marshall may have a case to answer there. Neither as it may, we have got 5 minutes left in this race. Roughly about 2 laps. It is the battle for first. Dravomir on the back of Marshall. Weckert and Double not really going to feature in this final battle. Drav go for the send. No, not close enough this time by. Weckert, he's really responded. He's 2 seconds a lap. 2 seconds faster that last lap. Of course, he was assisted by the shenanigans going on here 1 lap ago. Marshall taking the lead, rather controversial circumstances. See what he was trying to do, just try to hold that tighter trajectory, but unfortunately the gap just wasn't really there. He's turned Christopher Razor around. Giving Dravomir a chance for the win. Starting to get ready to start the penultimate lap of tonight, really. Your leader, Harley Marshall, in the number 5. May find himself with a case to answer after this race. As it may, he is leading the race currently. Leading the way from Dravomir, of all people. last person you want to be leading on a final lap is Harley Marshall. Sorry, it's Gravelmere, I should say. Gravelmere does not take any prisoners whatsoever. So here we go, final lap time. Harley Marshall or Gravelmere, who's going to win? Oh, Marshall runs in a little bit deep. Oh, Gravelmere sticks the nose in. He pulls out of it just in time. No contact made. Fire up the hill. Gravelmere still in second place. He's hunting for a position. Trying to find any way through. Marshall makes a mistake. And there goes Gravelmere up the inside. One opportunity is all he needs, but Marshall is still up the inside as they head through the first of the sweepers. And Gravelmere will just sweep around the outside. Marshall can't do anything better. Go for the switchback on the way to the clear corners. So Marshall and Gravelmere side by side, and Marshall will reclaim the lead. This is bringing Weckert into it. We may have a three-way battle for the final lap of tonight. Marshall goes defensive again. Here comes Gravelmere, sends it up the inside. Stamps that. Oh, gives him a little hip and shoulder. And again, Marshall fights back. Covers off the exit. So Gravelmere, 2 more corners to go. 2 more opportunities. Weckert's in there as well. Oh, Drav makes a little mistake, and there goes Weckert up the inside. Oh, he slides the back end out of Gravelmere. Weckert temporarily into second. He falls back now behind Gravelmere. Gravelmere, he's now too far behind, half a second. He is closing, he's got the slipstream. Final braking zone. He's too far behind. Weckert goes for the long send, and he hits Gravelmere. Oh, you are joking. Harley Marshall will come home for the win. It's going to be Gravelmere who gets home in front of Weckert. In fact, everyone just going back to where they were. Yeah, I'll give that 4 bins out of 5, honestly. And yeah, your winner. Well, that was a crazy end to a race. Harley Marshall, he may find himself in the stewards room. I think we'll see. We'll let the stewards handle that one. But anyway, he is the winner tonight. Great battle at the end there between himself and Gravelmere. Specky K home in 3rd, Matt Double home in 4th, and Corey Williams in 5th place. That wraps up tonight's action. Just in time, because I'm about to lose my voice. J-Boss, why are you upset, mate? Is it because of no Wreckfest at the moment? Because we're working on that. We've got something coming up in about, not next week, but the week after. We'll probably have Wreckfest. But anyway, that is that tonight. So, let's give you a bit of a clue as to what we've got coming up for the rest of the weekend. We've got AK Racing with V8 Supercars at Winton Motor Raceway. That's going to be fun. 2 races. 42 laps. It's going to be a bit of a slog. Hopefully I won't be as tired as I am tonight. But yeah. Then on Tuesday night, we will be back with Shakedown Sim Racing on ACC for their GT3, GT4 series, and that will be at Suzuka, round 6. Very much looking forward to that one. Also, don't forget, with GT Club, at the conclusion of the RS01 Cup, they will have an IndyCar Championship, so make sure you jump onto their Discord and get involved with that one, and get involved with the Renault Cup as well. It's quite fun. Can I DM you? Mate, I can DM you right now. Yeah, J-Boss, it's on our Discord, actually. There is our Discord. If you go onto our Discord under general info, we have race schedule, and that's basically got our monthly racing schedule where we have first week Automobilista 2, second week Assetto Corsa Competizione, and then week 3, that is when we're planning our Wreckfest. And then week 4 will be Assetto Corsa. Hopefully our Super GT League will be getting up and running, so make sure you join our Discord and get involved. Otherwise, I think I'm done with tonight. I'm going to get some much needed sleep, honestly. Yeah, I've had a very full-on 3 weeks, really. So hopefully I can catch up on some sleep this weekend. Otherwise, yep. Adios, everyone. Bye.